Wacky Learning with Jane. Hi, welcome to Wacky Learning with Jane. Today we are going through little passports, and today's little passport's on, drum roll please, it's on Antarctica, and we have this little buddy sticking along with us. His name's Jeremy, and today we're going to learn about Antarctica. So, we've unboxed the package already. And we are going to read this letter we got from our friends. So let's open it up and read. It's a long letter. Oh well, let's read it. Hello. Hello, Jane and friends. Does this letter feel colder than usual? Yeah, it does. Because I'm writing to you from the South Pole. That's Antarctica. Sophie and I are finishing up a very cool visit to Antarctica. Did you know Antarctica isn't actually a country? What? That's right. It's a big ice-covered continent. That is crazy. Whiz, zoom, foop. Our scooter dropped us outside McMurdo Station. It's the largest research station here in Antarctica. All of the researchers have been very nice. And Willie, the head scientist, gave us warm clothes to wear. He told us that many countries send people to research stations in Antarctica, but no one lives here permanently. Right, no one lives there permanently. During the winter, there are usually fewer than 1,000 people. That's not very many. On the entire continent, earlier today, while taking pictures of the frozen landscape, click, click, I saw a flurry of snow. Something scurried across the ice. And I slipped into the dark ocean water. Did you see that? I asked of Sophia, who nodded quickly. I wonder if that was Makila, Willie said. And we asked who Makila is. Willie smiled and said, Makila isn't a person. He's a penguin. So I guess this is actually Makila. I should have read that before that. Willie said when we asked Makila is, he just smiled, so that's kind of different. Even though Antarctica is made mostly of ice and glaciers, it's consisted a desert because, well, we'll get to that part later. Just in the hot, sandy type desert, it's hard for plants to grow and animals to live in Antarctica. It's Willie's job to look after the plants and animals. My favorite little water. Malakai in weeks. Sophia and I exchanged a glance and immediately volunteered to help search for the penguin. In just a few hours, we were flying over the ice in a small plane with Willie and a few other scientists from his team. We circled and circled, searching for Malakai, and even visited 3 other research stations, but no one had saw him. Finally, I saw a black speck floating in a piece of ice down below. I looked through my camera's zoom and we said and the speck grew bigger, and so we found him, Willie said. You can tell by the markings on his left wing. See? With a zoom and a quick click, I could see the markings. And after a quick inspection of our penguin friend, Willie recorded Malakai was perfectly healthy. And it was a trip we would never forget. See you next time. Sam and Sophie. And Sophia. Oops. Hot chocolate. Why would they put hot chocolate there? Not very many animals actually live in Antarctica. There's a lot less variety than over probably where you live, unless you live somewhere close to the Antarctic. So, Malakai. We're going to go to next. We're going to read our mini book. Actually, not yet. Sorry. Next, we're going to read, no, Mom, stop, Antarctica book. We're going to read this little mini book that gives us activities. Now, we have recipes, and you can screenshot this right now. Pause your video and screenshot this if you want to know what to do. I'll put it in closer so you can see it better. Okay? Now, this is a little cross puzzle to get to the South Pole. Now, and this one's a coloring sheet. These are little other activities to do. Back on the back, they've got activities too. Okay, this is our last activity we do, where we find all of these in this here. Now, if you want to do those activities, just go back and rewind and go take a picture of the activity and go and try to figure out the activity. But for now, on my camera, I'm going to skip. So, next, we will be getting this country coin from Max and Mia. Well, it's basically not a country, it's a continent coin. It would be kind of funny. It's basically, it's not a country, it's a continent. So, it would be a continent coin. But anyways. Here is a little description. Take a screenshot of that if you'd like to see it. And this is their country coin. And I actually didn't make this. It's just from the packet that you'll get. All right. Now that we're done, it's time for Cross the Ice. When penguins cross the ice. The Emperor Penguin Migration. By Sharon Katz Cooper. Illustrated by Tom Leonard. Emperor penguins live once of the coldest, darkest places on Earth. In winter, temperatures may drop to minus 40 degrees. Sheesh! That's not your average winter. Fahrenheit. Minus 40 degrees Celsius, too. Each year, thousands of emperor penguins make an amazing journey across the ice. Here, let me get that spine better so you can see the picture. There we go. They leave amazing journey across the ice. They leave the ocean's edge and travel to places with no food and very little warmth. Why is this migration so important to them? Why? Pause your videos and try to think. If you know, think it to yourself if you have a partner with you. All right. Splash! The emperor penguin dives into the water. It is February, close to the month where I am in North America in Kentucky. Right now, it is in not February, but January. That is cool. Splash! The emperor penguin dives into the Arctic winter. It's February, the end of the Antarctic summer. A hard winter lies ahead. To prepare for it, the penguin fills himself up with fish and krill. Has anybody had that juicy and delicious fish and krill? Yum. Yum. Days grow shorter. March arrives. It's time for the penguins to leave the sea. A long line of male and female emperor penguins stretches across the ice. He joins them, marching single file. Sometimes he slides on his belly to save energy. Okay, that'll be funny. That'll just be funny. I am not listening to anyone who is funny. Just kidding. A few days later, the penguin reaches the breeding ground. Thousands more arrive soon. Okay, this is a lot of penguins. One of the female penguins catches his eye. The two get to know each other. After about 1 month, they mate. And if you don't know what mating means, it means joining together and making a baby. In late May, the female lays one egg. The egg is why they have traveled so far. Just for one egg. I can't believe that. I wouldn't have enough patience for that. The male takes the egg from the female. This is a big moment. If the egg sits too long on the icy ground, the chick will die. Yep. The male penguin covers the egg with his broad pouch. Once the egg is safe, his mate heads back to the open ocean. The journey is long, but you must go. There's no way to get food on the breeding ground. For about 2 months, the mother penguin will eat all she can, then return to help raise her chick. The male penguin stays. He and other males stand together with their eggs on their feet. They take turns being on the outside of the group, where it's coldest. Through the darkest, windiest winter days, they huddle and keep the eggs warm. They eat nothing at all. Wow. That's some bravery from the big from the males. Peck, peck, crack. After about 70 days, the chick hatches. Out wiggles a hungry baby penguin. Even though the father penguin has not eaten for nearly 4 months, his body does something amazing. It makes crop milk. This special milk is made inside the father penguin's throat and is fed to the chick by mouth. Yuck. But oh well, at least it's tasty to penguins. That's all that matters. In August, the mother penguin returns. Thousands of other penguins are already there. To find her mate, she calls out. He calls back. Right away, the mother penguin takes over feeding the chick. She gives it partly eaten food from her stomach. Now the father handle can head to the sea to fill his stomach. The mother and father chick penguins take turns caring for their chick. Once it's about 50 days old, the chick can be left alone for a time. It huddles with other chicks in a crochet while its parents search for food. How do they tell how many whose child is whose? I don't know. December comes, and so does summer. A lot of the ice by the ocean's edge melts. The distance from the breeding ground to the open water shrinks. The prince penguins return to the ocean. They're young and are ready to be dived on their own. In a few weeks, they will dive too in the sea. The end. Now,
you have a special guest?
We have a special guest coming in. This is my mom, Katie.
Hello. So, Jane had mentioned a little bit before about how Antarctica is not actually a country, which is what Little Passports is used to doing. It's actually a continent. But it's governed by the Antarctic Treaty. So, this was established in 1959. They have their own flag and everything. Yeah. So, in 1959, it started with just 12 countries. And they agreed to use the continent of Antarctica just for peaceful purposes and to share all the scientific research gathered there. It kind of reminds me of the International Space Station.
Now.
You know? So since then, since it was signed, it's grown to being 50 countries that have signed this treaty to be able to use the research station. So that was one of the activities that's going to come in here is they show some of the flags here. So there's the United States. Do you recognize any of these other countries, Jane, that are part of the treaty?
France, Norway. Wait,
I see Japan.
Oh yeah, Japan's part of it. A lot of stuff.
I thought that was really cool. And it's actually in all of the time zones. Isn't that weird? Because it's at the very, very peak at the bottom, I guess, of the globe. So all of the time zones coalesce at one point. So,
yeah, so
what time is it in Antarctica? Whatever time you want it to be.
Yeah,
right?
like at my house, right, it could be 3:16, it could be 4:16.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder how they tell time there. I wonder what they go by.
Yeah.
Have the kids look it up at home, right?
Yeah, have it you look it up at home. We don't know. So anyways, today...
Thanks.
Wait. Now, we're going to cover up. We're going to go through... We're going to put my stickers on... Hold on, this won't want to close. I'm going to put these stickers on my suitcase for Max and Mia. Now, we're going to go over all of these stickers while Katie gets it buckled. This is the Antarctic flag. And there's my suitcase. So that's Antarctica. There's our pin, boat, plane, whale, narwhal. Let's just get stamping, you know? So we're going to put in the suitcase sticker for Antarctica.
They also give you a neat little coin collector. So
Yeah.
that you can collect
Keep
all
it
of
safe.
your
They
countries.
only give you one. They don't give you 2 or 3. So we're going to stick that on here. Right there. And we're going to put their flag down. So I've been to France. I've been to Brazil here. South America, Egypt, Costa Rica, Japan. I've been to a lot of stuff here. We'll go over those in other episodes. So stay tuned for our next episodes. We have one more thing. bam, bam, bam.